Hello friends! I've been thinking for a while about how to start this video, and nothing else came to mind except to share information about the app. I'll warn you up front that the content I'll discuss might surprise you, as well as the speed at which it's winning over the minds and hearts of generation. There hasn't been such a staggering success before. The app emerged just a couple of years ago. The app is designed for creating and publishing super short musical videos. Its popularity is growing so rapidly that as of mid-2020, it's visited by over 850 million users daily who spend approximately an hour on it on average. This app has attracted such a huge number of users that it's already leading the network, surpassing even giants like YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Many are drawn to its simplicity. After downloading it on your phone, you get a genuine video studio that allows you to effortlessly shoot videos, add filters and special effects, gather likes, and also follow the creativity of other users. But what's the secret behind this platform's success? And how long will it continue to be the trendsetter? That's what we'll talk about today. The owner of this app is the Chinese company ByteDance, founded by Zhang and Min in 2012. Interestingly, the app was originally created in China under the name Douyin and became available to Chinese residents as early as September 2016. However, its global launch essentially occurred in 2017 to 2018. This process was facilitated by the acquisition of the company Musical.ly, based in Shanghai with its main office in California, for $1 billion. By merging with Musical.ly in August 2018, TikTok was able to significantly expand its audience. By that time, Musical.ly already had 90 million users, and approximately 12 million new videos were being posted every day. Zhang and Min themselves, like many other billionaires, rarely disclose details of their personal lives. Born in 1983 in Fujian province to a family of ordinary civil servants, his name is closely associated with a Chinese proverb that translates to "astonish everyone on the first try." In 2005, the future businessman graduated from the Thames Research University, where he studied microelectronics and programming. It was there that he met his future wife. After completing his studies, our protagonist joined a company specializing in startups, the first of which was a travel booking startup. "I joined as a regular programmer, bringing sandwiches to work because I couldn't afford to eat out," he recalls. However, within a year of working there, he was entrusted with managing personnel. G, as he was known, emphasized that the promotion was not the most important aspect. Rather, the job provided him with sales skills that he later successfully developed at ByteDance. I remember in late 2007, I went to a client meeting with our sales director. That's when I sat there with my mouth wide open in amazement, because it was the first time in my life I learned about sales and how to do it well. This experience greatly helped him when he eventually started his own company, but that was still a ways off. After several successful years at his first job, Jan established himself as a successful startup founder and programmer with a promising future. Therefore, his presence at Microsoft didn't surprise anyone. At Microsoft, Zhang and Ming worked on developing a mobile application with a unique feature: artificial intelligence support. By 2012, when our hero was only 29, he began contemplating creating his own product. It's worth noting that by that time, Jan had already earned his first million, which many would consider sufficient. However, Jan realized he had his whole life ahead of him and didn't want to spend it executing others' ideas. Thus, in 2012, ByteDance was born, now valued at $75 billion and considered the most valuable private company in the world. ByteDance owns several Chinese social apps, but what's most interesting is how Jan managed to get there. The first product released by ByteDance was the Toutiao app, a news aggregator. Jan aimed to create a news platform powered by artificial intelligence, independent of the Chinese search engine Baidu, which is #1 in China. We are more of a search engine or a social platform. We are engaged in highly innovative work and do not try to copy any American product or their technology, Jan explained. This was his first independent project. But let's go back a bit and remember about the app called Kali, which Jan and Ming bought a few years later. The original working title of the app was Cicada, and the platform's goal was to educate users through incredibly long 5-minute educational videos. Initially, according to experts and even Jan's own opinion, the idea was not well thought out for several reasons. Firstly, there was a lack of interest from the audience, and secondly, there were difficulties in content production. It was very challenging to find experts, but even more challenging was to condense their thoughts into 5 minutes. Consequently, there were significant risks, and most likely the story of TikTok would have been different, or perhaps it wouldn't have existed at all if one day Jan hadn't stumbled upon a coincidence. Returning home from the store, he saw school children on the street dancing to music, taking pictures and posting it all online. This made him think that there was nothing like this at the moment, except for the usual social networks we're accustomed to. This is how the karaoke app emerged, where users could record a 15-second clip to a soundtrack and upload it to a separate network. On the day of the official launch, the app was used by only 500 people, mainly friends, colleagues, and those interested in its promotion. Of course, the key question was how to increase the audience, and here Jan's team acted very skillfully. Each posted video on platforms and other social networks automatically displayed the app's logo with the website address. Thus, all re-uploads on YouTube and videos that went beyond the app had a label about the original source. This is how the first stars came to the app, such as Selena Gomez, Morgan Taylor, Jason Derulo, and many others. But the developers didn't stop there, and new features allowed users to create duets with their favorite stars. In general, the app was different from those already available, for example, on Facebook or Twitter. During the day, a person could write serious things and convey their thoughts, and in the evening they could publish short, fun scenes of their life on the new platform. All the videos had a relaxed, mostly positive and entertaining nature. Even popular celebrities could be there, looking ridiculous and funny, which can't be said about other social networks. All this allowed the app to surpass the 100 million user mark in just 1 year, as the company worked on algorithms, not artificial intelligence. Therefore, all recommendations were generated automatically and depended on preferences. For this, many factors were taken into account: behavior, interests, and activity. The platform gradually developed. In 2017, the app expanded beyond China, appearing in the United States, Europe, and of course Asia. In the USA, TikTok is actively used by over 30 million people. The video hosting platform is also popular in Turkey, Russia, Mexico, Brazil, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, France, Germany, Egypt, Italy, England, Spain, and Poland. In each of these countries, the active user base of TikTok currently exceeds 5 million people. The service gained popularity through re-uploads of videos on other platforms, thousands of compilations with millions of views on YouTube, and re-uploads. However, TikTok remains one of the most sought-after platforms for several reasons. Firstly, the app brought success to many artists whose songs went viral. However, it should be noted that artists do not receive any royalties for the use of their tracks. The same applies to various memes and jokes. On August 6, 2020, Forbes released its first ranking of the highest-paid TikTok stars. According to it, the maximum income over 12 months from June 2019 to June 2020 was $5 million. As for the app's logo, at first glance it's simple, combining both graphic and text elements. However, it speaks for itself. The schematically depicted note, along with the letter D representing one of the sounds of music, and the inscription, all scream that it will be fun here, and fun is associated with music. Of course, TikTok has not been without its share of controversy. In December 2019, the US Department of State, in collaboration with the Department of Homeland Security, banned Army personnel from using TikTok on their personal mobile devices. The reason cited was the collection of personal information by the app creators. However, no specific evidence of theft or illegal processing of personal data by the US government was presented. Nevertheless, TikTok had to pay a fine of $6 million for processing the personal data of individuals under the age of 14. Similar situations arose in India, where TikTok was listed as an unsafe app. Overall, TikTok is the clips of new thinking, an endless chain of short, vibrant musical clips that instantly grab your attention for 15 seconds and swipe up. When you look at the clock, you realize that you've been sitting there for over an hour. Social media experts analyzing platforms have come to the conclusion that TikTok is so popular for the following reasons: maximum simplicity, a variety of multimedia tools, light entertaining content that brings positive emotions, and the opportunity to become a star with just a tag. What's crucial in TikTok is the ability to gain exposure absolutely for free. On other online platforms, the number of views is high only for those bloggers who have many followers. In TikTok, however, each video reaches a large audience, so even a user who has just registered and posted only one video can get 1 million views and 1,000 likes. Jan and Ming themselves talk little about TikTok's success and believe that their team should continue to work diligently. Interestingly, the founder of TikTok spent a long time just watching videos, but eventually he started making videos himself. It was decided that all team members should create videos on TikTok and receive likes for them. In mid-June 2020, the Fine & Soul Times reported that the White House was considering adding TikTok to the blacklist to prevent the transfer of personal data of US citizens to China. On July 3, 2020, former US President Donald Trump announced that TikTok would cease operations in the US from September 15, 2020, if it was not bought by Microsoft or any other American company. On August 7th, the Senate Congress approved a bill banning the TikTok app, and Donald Trump signed an executive order prohibiting any transactions with the owner of TikTok, ByteDance. In August 2020, the American corporation Microsoft conducted negotiations to acquire the American segment of TikTok from the Chinese company ByteDance. Preliminary discussions on a possible merger were also held by the American company Twitter. The head of Google immediately ruled out the possibility of buying TikTok by his company. It was such a tempting opportunity for the new owners that opened up great prospects. Preliminary negotiations for the acquisition of TikTok application in the United States, Canada, Australia and New Zealand involved the American corporation Oracle, which deals with software development. However, Jan and Mint demanded an American segment for almost $30 billion. And even though American representatives considered this price inflated, the deal eventually went through. On September 13th, ByteDance rejected Microsoft's purchase of the American segment of TikTok and chose Oracle, in partnership with Walmart, as the buyer. According to media reports, another unofficial condition of Trump's was for Oracle and Walmart to donate $5 billion to an American charitable educational fund. As of today, TikTok's representations are in Los Angeles, New York, London, Paris, Moscow, Berlin, Dubai, Jakarta, Seoul, and Tokyo. The application itself has over 1 billion users from 150 countries. In China, where the app is most popular, 60% of users are aged 25 to 44, while outside China, 43% of users are over 24 years old. Psychologists claim that on average, a person fully immerses themselves in one online platform for no longer than 2 years, after which they seek variety and switch to something else. As for the Russian-speaking segment, Odnoklassniki has long lost its former popularity, while VKontakte publishes monotonous content that lacks enthusiasm. Facebook is holding its position for now, but users are gradually leaving, and the only platform that remains popular is Instagram. I'm quite sure that most of the people watching this video are probably not among those who find this service interesting and useful. After all, the main highlight is based on the senselessness of 15-second videos with catchy music and dances, incomprehensible antics, and aggressive advertising. Where is YouTube heading? It educates, enlightens, and entertains. Presidents and leaders use Twitter, while Instagram belongs to both celebrities and ordinary people. It all comes down to the fact, my friends, that at the age of 20, 25, we already feel too old and conservative for the youthful atmosphere of TikTok, where people tirelessly have fun and laugh uproariously for just 15 seconds, billions of times a day. But there's no need to be surprised because, unfortunately or fortunately, that's how the world looks like today. As for the founder, his fortune today is estimated at $32 billion, and the company's value reaches $75 billion. And of course, these figures continue to grow every day, at least by several $1 million. The story of this internet entrepreneur once again proves that to create something big, you don't necessarily need huge amounts of money. First and foremost, you need to have a head on your shoulders and an understanding of how to use it correctly. Friends, Share your opinion on how you personally feel about TikTok and its creation story. Rate the video, leave your comments, and see you soon.